Solutions to the algebra test. In the first sum, we have substitution. We use brackets to show substituted values. In this example, we must be careful to note that a negative number to the square will give a positive answer. Thus, we have 3 times 3, 9, minus 2 times 4, which is 8. 5 times 2, 10. 10 times minus 2 is minus 20, giving us negative 1 over 20. In the second example, again, we first substitute the values using brackets. B is negative 2 and C is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. We do the square term first. So we have 4 times 4, which is 16. And here we do the brackets first. 6 minus 2 is 4. 16 minus 3 times 4, which is 12, is 4. In number 2, we have adding and subtracting like terms. Note that p squared does not change. We simply add the coefficients. The coefficient of p squared is 1. 1 plus 5 is 6 p squared minus 7 p squared. 6 minus 7 is negative 1 p squared. Note that p squared does not change. In division, we need to write it first as a fraction so that we can see what is in the numerator and what is in the denominator. Next, we cancel out the common factor of the numbers, giving us 1 over 7. A is common and B is in the denominator. In multiplication, we multiply the numbers first. 3 times 5, 15. Next, we multiply d. D squared times d, d cubed. E times e to the power 3, e to the power 4. F times f is f squared. In root, we take the square root of the number first. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of c to the power 4 is c squared. We take half the power. Similarly, half of 6 is 3. Next, we need to simplify algebraic expressions. We need to open up the innermost brackets first. That is negative 2 times 4b is negative 8b. Negative times negative is positive. 2 times 5 times a, 10a. Next, we need to simplify what is in the square brackets before opening it up. A plus a to give 11a. Now we can open up the brackets to give us negative 11a. And once again, negative times negative to give positive 8b. And again, we simplify the expression before we open up the brackets. 3b plus 8b is 11b minus 11a. Now we can open it up. We have 22b minus 22a. 2 times 11 is 22. Simplify it, collecting the like terms will give us negative 15a plus 22b. In the next example, we are adding two fractions. To add fractions, we need a common denominator. Since the denominator is 4x, we need to multiply by 4 over 4 here. And once the denominator is the same, we can add the numerator and put it under a single denominator. 4 times 2, 8, plus 5 to give 13 over 4x. In part C, we have a common denominator, thus we need to put it under a single denominator and subtract the numerator. We must take note that we need to subtract the whole numerator x plus 1. To do so, we need to enclose it in brackets, so that when we open up the brackets, we need to change the sign thus giving us 2x minus x minus 1 equals 3 over 3. In part D, we do not have a common denominator, so we need to make a common denominator of 15 by multiplying by 5 over 5 and multiplying by 3 over 3 in the second fraction. Now the denominator is 15, so we put it under a single denominator and put the numerator above it. Minus 3 times 2 is 6. Next, we open up the brackets to give us 5x plus 15y. 5 times 3y minus 6 times x minus times minus plus 6 times y, 6y. Five x minus 6x is minus x. 15y plus 6y is 21y. In number 4, we need to factorize expressions, which means that we need to put it in bracketed form. To do so, we need to take out the common factor. We look at the common factor of the numbers first, which is 3. And common factor, x is common throughout. And once we have taken out the whole of 3x, we leave behind 1. Taken out 3 from here, leaving 2. Take out x, left x squared. Plus, take out 3, left 3. Take out x, left x. In the second case, the numbers, common factor in the numbers is 2. And then look at a, common factor a, and b. The lowest power here is b. And taking out 2ab, leaving us b. Take out 2, left 2, taken out ab. Plus, take out 2 from 6, leave 3. Take out a, left a squared. And take out b, left b. Solve the equations. in the first case, we have a single fraction on each side. For this kind of sums, we cross multiply, which means multiply diagonally. 3a times a is 3a squared. And here we have 5 times 15. Since we want to find a, we get rid of 3 by dividing by 3. Dividing by 3 here will give us 5 times 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Next, we take the square root. And when we take the square root, we have two answers, one positive and one negative. Since negative 5 square is also 25. When we have a fractional equation, we need to get rid of the denominators by multiplying by the LCM. The LCM is 4. We multiply throughout by 4. Thus, we can cancel the denominator. And 2a minus a is a equals to 12. In part C, we have a root. To remove the root, we square the expression. That will remove the root. To get rid of 9, subtract 9 to give 4a. Subtract 9 to give 16. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. When we have brackets, we often need to open up the brackets. Minus 5 times 2m minus 10m. And here again, minus times minus plus 5 times 3, 15. 9m minus 10m is negative m. And we want to get rid of 15. Subtract 15 on this side. Subtract 15 will give us minus 5. We want a positive m. We multiply by negative 1. Multiplying by negative 1 will give us m equals to 5. Next, we take a look at equations with mixed numbers. We first convert them to improper fractions, which is 7y over 3, 8 minus 3y over 2. Once again, for fractional equations, we multiply throughout by the LCM. In this case, is 6. Multiply throughout by 6. To cancel the denominator, giving 14y. 48, cancel denominator, 9y. We want to find y, so we remove y on the right hand side. Plus 9y, plus 9y, give 23y. Divided by 23, and divide by 23, giving your answer in mixed numbers. In this example, again, we have a fractional equation, so we need to multiply throughout by the LCM, which is 4. Multiply by 4, so that we can cancel the denominator. 4m plus 12 equals 2 minus m. And we want to find m, so we remove the m here, adding m. Add m will give us 5m. Remove 12, subtract 12, subtract 12, divide by 5, and divide by 5. Once again, we have brackets. We need to open up. 5 times 0.6 is 3x plus 5 times 3, 15. Since 3.2x is bigger than 3x, we subtract away 3x, giving 15. Subtract 3x to give 0.2x. And to find x, we multiply by 5 to give x, multiply by 5 to give 75. Again, we have a single fraction on each side. We need to cross multiply. When we cross multiply, we put the bigger term in A on the right hand side, on the left hand side. Opening up the brackets, we have 5a minus 5 times 2, 10, 4a plus 4 times 3, 12. Next, we remove the 10 by adding 10, add 10 to give 22. Subtract 4a, subtract 4a to give a. In number 5, we have fractional equations. Once again, we multiply throughout by the LCM. In this case is 12. Zero times 12 is 0. Cancel the denominator. Cancel denominator to give. Opening the brackets, 3 times 2x plus 3 times 3 minus 2 times x minus times minus to give plus 8. 6 minus 2x, 6x minus 2x, 4x plus 17 equals to 0. Get rid of 17, minus 17 on both sides. Divide by 4 on both sides and convert to mixed number. Remember to give answers in mixed numbers. Again, we multiply throughout by the LCM. In this case is 6. To cancel the denominator. Opening up the brackets, we have 2 times 2, 4, minus 2x, minus times plus is minus 1. 3 times 4x, and 3 times minus 1. 2x minus 2x, leaving negative 5. And since we want to find x, we need to get rid of 3, add 3. Add 3 will give us negative 2. Divide by 12. Divide by 12, reduce to lowest term. It's minus 1/6. In this sum, we are given expressions in x and y, and we have to find 2x over y. In this kind of sum, we need to put all the x terms together on the left and all the y terms on the right. We begin by remove the y term on the left, add 2y to give 3x, add 2y on the right to give 3y. We want to get rid of 4x, subtract 4x to give 3y, subtract 4x to give minus x. Since we want a positive x, multiply by negative 1 on both sides. We want 2x, so we multiply by 2 on the left, multiply by 2 on the right. Next, we want to divide by y. 2x divide by y, and minus 6y divided by y will give us minus 6 with y cancelled out. To simplify the expressions, we first open up the brackets. 2 times 3p, 6p, 2 times minus 5, minus 10. 4 times 2p, 8p, 4 times 5, 20. Collect like terms. 6p plus 8p is 14p, minus 10, minus 20, minus 30. Hence, solve the equation means that we need to make use of our result. Thus, replacing this with 14p minus 30 equals to 10. We want to find p, so we add 30 to remove 30, add 30 on the right to give 40. Divide by 14 and reduce it and give your answer in a mixed number. In number 8, we need to make p the subject of the formula, which means that we need to solve for p. The process is the same as an equation. Since this is a fractional sum, again we multiply by the LCM, in this case is 2. Multiply by 2 throughout. Thus cancelling the denominator, giving 3 plus PC. Here we have 6p minus 4b. Since we want to find p, we remove 4b, add 4b. Add 4b. And to find p, we need to put all the p terms together. So minus PC minus PC. The subject of the formula must be alone. Thus, we need to factorize out so that p will be alone. To find p, divide away 6 minus c. We always put the subject on the left. In the second example, again we have a fractional equation. We multiply throughout by the LCM. In this case is 2pq. So that we can cancel the denominator to give pq, cancel p to give 2q, and cancel q to give 2p times 3, which is 6p. Since we want p, again we have to collect all the terms in p together, subtract 6p to give 2q, subtract 6p, and to make p alone, factorize out p and divide away. In the problem sums, we need to form an equation from the information given. A diagram will simplify the matter. We have two cars traveling in the opposite direction, one at a speed of 55 kilometers per hour, and the other 65 kilometers per hour. They are 240 km apart. We make use of the triangle. Speed is distance over time. And since we have the total distance given, we make use of the distance to form our equation. They both travel the same time, which we call x. Thus, the distance of this car is speed times time, and the distance of this car is the speed 65 times the time x, and both distances add up to 240. Do not put units in the equation. Adding them up, we have 120x equals to 240, and dividing, we have x equals to 2. End of the sum with a statement. They will take 2 hours. In this sum here, we are concerned with the quantities, unit cost, and the total cost. We are talking about apples and pears. Sorry, apple and oranges. We have 12 apples and 16 oranges. We do not know how much is an orange, but we know that an apple is 15 cents more. Quantity times unit cost will give us the total cost of apples, and 16 times x, total cost of oranges. And all together, it's cost $15.80, which must be written in cents, since 15 here is in cents. Thus, we have in our equation 12 times x plus 15, which is the cost of apples plus the cost of oranges, gives you the total cost $15.80. Opening up the brackets and solving the equation. We have 28x equals 1480, and dividing it will give us the cost of an apple, of an orange, which is 50. So the cost of an apple is 50 plus 15, which is 65 cents. This completes the whole paper. Thank you.